It's hard to deny what motivational speaker Les Brown once said. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss it, you will land among the stars. So let's set ambitious goals for yourself with that question, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone and aiming for excellence. You need to determine the relationship between two objects. The first pair of object is triangle versus circle. Based on the relationship between these two objects, you need to calculate the relationship of diamond which has pentagons inside. Your choices for the answers are choice A, B, C, and D, which means that all you need to do is select the right answer. Well, I might know what you're about to say about the difficulty of this question. But remember, facing a challenging question on the assessment test can feel daunting, but every obstacle is an opportunity for your growth. Take a moment to gather your thoughts, trust in your abilities, and approach this question with determination and resilience. Together, we will navigate through this challenge and emerge stronger on the other side. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? As you approach answering this question, remember that the journey of your self-improvement is paved with challenges, and for a good reason. Whether your answer is correct or not, each of your attempts makes you strengthen your skills and resilience, bringing you closer to success. And remember, to succeed, you need to explore and learn, recognizing that errors are stepping stones to your success. Speaking about errors, the most common mistake test takers make in this question is pattern misunderstanding. A lot of times, people trying to solve this challenge without fully understanding sequence of shape transformations in this pattern. And the pattern here consists of three important rules. Outside object is reduced in size, rotated 180 degrees, maintaining the color. Let's look at the triangle. On the left, triangle is full size, and on the right, there are three triangles, the same color, but they are rotated 180 degrees and reduced in size. The second important consideration is that the number of inside objects remains the same after the transformation. On the left, we see three small circles, and on the right, we see three small triangles. So the number 3 is the same on both sides. And the third consideration is that inside object is enlarged without changing the color. The dark gray circle on the left is enlarged to the larger circle without changing the color. Because choices A, B, C, and D look so similar, let's pay special attention on how to calculate the answer. And let's apply the pattern rules we just learned to the final object. So the first consideration is that in the new object, the diamond will be reduced in size. The second consideration is that pentagon will be enlarged and rotated 180 degrees. And then the third rule is that the number of inside objects will remain 2, as it is in the original object. Based on all of these calculations, the correct answer here is choice D. I hope you would agree with me that we can't let uncertainty dampen our confidence. You need to view each question as a stepping stone toward greater understanding, and with each attempt, you're improving your abilities and inching closer to your goals. You're presented with 3 groups of squares. Each square has a number inside. The first group has numbers 7, 3, and 31. The second group has numbers 5, 4, and 29. And then the third group has numbers 8, 2, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 21. Choice B, 23. Choice C, 26. And last but not least, choice D, 31. Do you think it's a challenging question? It very well might be, but keep in mind that the solution might be simpler than you think. And instead of feeling how hard it is, I would like you to focus on thinking out of the box. Rest assured, you're not trying to solve this alone. Regardless of your experience in problem solving, I believe in your abilities. Pause for a moment, harness your creativity, and let's face this challenge together. The answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to showcase your solution? Let's get into it and see how our answers match up. And even if you don't have the answer, don't get discouraged. Keep your spirits up, even if you're unsure. With every question, whether answered correctly or not, it's a chance to gain valuable insights and refine your skills for future success. Hopefully I didn't disappoint you saying that the answer might be simpler than you think. In fact, the pattern here is that the lower number is calculated as a result of multiplication plus the sum of additions of the upper numbers. Let's look at the example. The first group of squares has number 7 and 3 in the top. 7 multiplied by 3 plus 7 plus 3 in parentheses equals 31. Let's look at the second group. 5 multiplied by 4 plus 5 plus 4 equals 29. Now we can calculate the missing number. 8 multiplied by 2 plus 8 plus 2 equals 26. So the correct answer here is choice C, 26. It's hard to deny that with this magical question, you are not just solving this particular challenge, but you're composing a masterpiece of intellect. Each correct solution is a brushstroke in the portrait of your success. You're presented with the sequence, and you need to determine the missing number in the sequence. The sequence is 35, 16, 14, and then comes the missing number, which you need to select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 10, choice B, 11, choice C, 12, and last but not least, choice D, 13. Well, I think we can agree on one thing with you. It's a tricky question. But remember though, you are not navigating this path alone. I am here to help, as well as other subscribers on this channel. Whether you're a problem-solving expert or a newcomer, I have full faith in your capabilities. Take a moment to gather your thoughts, tap into your imaginative side, and let's triumph over this challenge together. Your solution is almost ready and is definitely within the reach. Are you ready with your answer? I am eager to see it, so let's proceed and compare our solutions. Together, we will unravel the complexities of this assessment test question. I'll ask you for a favor, and specifically to share your thought process in comments. Your insight might hold the key for all of us to learn and improve. What's interesting about this question that it seems unsolvable until you start thinking out of the box. The pattern here is next number is calculated as sum of digits of the previous number multiplied by 2. Let's look at the first number. First number is 35. 2 digits are 3 and 5. 3 plus 5 equals 8, multiplied by 2 equals 16. Let's go to the next number so we can continue the sequence. 1 plus 6 multiplied by 2 equals 7 multiplied by 2 and equals 14. So to calculate the missing number, we need to add 1 and 4 and multiplied by 2. 5 multiplied by 2 equals 10, so the correct answer here is choice A, 10. You would have to admit that trying to answer this question is like convincing a cookie to share its chocolate chips. It's a tough cookie, but the reward is sweet. Maybe this tough question is stepping stone toward mastery and understanding, which is rather a sweet reward. We are presented with the challenge where we need to build singular plural business word pairs. One pair is present, manager and managers. For the other words, you need to build the pairs, and the other words are company, index, crisis, and analysis. Do you feel like you stumbled upon a tough one? Well, those are tough words, and you're not alone in this journey. I feel exactly the same way. But whether you're a problem-solving veteran or a newcomer, I believe in your capabilities. Take a moment to reflect, tap into your creativity, and let's tackle this challenge together. Your answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready with your solution? I hope you are, so let's move forward and compare our versions of the answer. To better understand the plural versions of the words, let's start with the word's definition. Company is a legal entity formed by individuals or shareholders to engage in business activities. And plural version for companies is spelled as C-O-M-P-A-N-I-E-S and is pronounced as companies. Index is a statistical measure that represents the relative change in a group of values or prices. The plural version for indexes is spelled as I-N-D-I-C-E-S and is pronounced as indices. A crisis refers to a critical, unpredictable event or situation that poses a threat to organization's operations, reputation, or overall well-being. The plural version for crisis is spelled as crises and is pronounced as crises. And then the last word, analysis, involves the examination and evaluation of information, data, or elements to gain insights, draw conclusions, and make informed decisions. The plural version for analysis is spelled as analyses and is pronounced as analysis. Admit it or not, but it might be a great idea to think of these assessment test questions as puzzle pieces in the grand masterpiece of your skills. The more you solve, the clearer and more vibrant your picture of success becomes. Just as every cloud has a silver lining, every challenging question carries a lesson waiting to be discovered. You're presented with Matchstick Challenge. There is an expression: you need to move one matchstick to fix the equation. Current equation is 1 plus 2 equals 7, which is not mathematically correct. It is hard to believe, but moving only one matchstick will help you solve this equation. Are you feeling challenged by this question? I totally understand. Remember though, you are not navigating this path alone. I am here to help, as well as other subscribers on this channel. Whether you're a problem solver, expert, or a newcomer, I have faith in your capabilities. Take a moment to gather your thoughts, tap into your imaginative skills, and let's triumph over the challenge together. Your solution almost ready and is definitely within reach. Are you ready? I hope you are. So let's move forward and compare our versions of the answer. To solve this challenge, let's first understand the rules on how to deal with these expressions. In matchstick challenges, less and greater signs are not allowed. You also cannot use not equal sign. For example, you cannot move one matchstick from the plus sign to create an expression 1 minus 2 not equal to 7. So now we know what is not allowed. Let's look at the tips how you can actually solve this challenge. Let's look at the two most important things. Number one is that moving one matchstick changes two elements of the equation: source, where you took the matchstick from, and the destination. To solve it effectively, you need to envision the potential rearrangement of matchsticks and how they might alter the equation. There are three important rules there. Consider movement of matchsticks from the signs to digits and from the digits to signs. Consider negative numbers. And last but not least, consider which digits can be transformed. Speaking about transformations, let's look at some samples to help you better understand it. For example, you can build 7 from 1 by moving one matchstick from another item. Another example might be building 9 from 5 and 5 from 9 by moving one matchstick from another item. Do you know any other digits transformations? Please make sure to share them in comments so we can all learn. Knowing rules and consideration, it becomes very easy to solve this equation. We just need to move one matchstick from 7 and make 1 a negative number. The correct expression here is -1 plus 2 equals 1. I think you would agree that solving this problem is like trying to find your keys in the dark. You know they're somewhere, but it's a real puzzle. Who knows, maybe this question is trying to teach us patience, which is a virtue. You're presented with 3 triangles. They all have numbers inside. First triangle has number 1 in the middle and numbers 2, 9, and 3 on the sides. Second triangle has number 2 in the middle and numbers 3, 7, and 1 on the sides. And then the third triangle has number 4 in the middle, numbers 7 and 5 on the sides, and it has the missing number in the bottom right corner. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 15. Choice B, 17. Choice C, 19. And last but not least, choice D, 21. Do you feel like you stumbled upon a tough one? Well, we need to find our keys. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. Whether you're a problem-solving veteran or a newcomer, I believe in your capabilities. Take a moment to reflect, tap into your creativity, and let's tackle this challenge together. Your answer is just waiting to be discovered. Are you ready with your solution? I hope you are. So let's move forward and compare our versions of the answer. If you looked closely enough, you might have noticed that numbers here are calculated across all three triangles horizontally. Let's look at the examples. On the top of three triangles, there are numbers 2, 3, and 7. 2 plus 3 plus 1 equals 7. So the pattern here is that the number in the right triangle is the sum of numbers from the left and the middle triangles with addition of the increment. Let's look at other examples. The middle number, 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 4. 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. So the missing number will be calculated as 9 plus 7 plus 1, and the result would be 17. So the correct answer here is choice B, 17. And now I have a question for you to practice your skills. With this question, the spotlight is on you. Take the lead in solving this question on your own terms and post your answer in comments so I can share my feedback. Here's the question. You're presented with 5 squares. Each square has smiley faces inside. The third square is missing. You need to calculate and select the correct answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. As I already mentioned, this particular practice question is waiting for your individual touch to get solved, and I have full confidence that you can do it. Crack the challenge on your own terms, then share your solution in comments. I'm looking forward to discussing your answer and providing some feedback. Thanks for getting involved, and good luck with this intriguing challenge. Well, you wouldn't believe me, but I need to take a shower to clear off this question out of my mind. This assessment test question is as clear as a foggy mirror after a hot shower. You know there's something there, but good luck figuring that out. In this question, you're presented with 3 unusually looking shapes. Each shape has numbers. The first shape has numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. The second shape has numbers 7, 11, 13, and 17. And the third shape has numbers 12, 15, 20, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 12. Choice B, 25. Choice C, 27. And last but not least, choice D, 29. I'm thinking I need to take a cold shower to get my mind clear so I can solve it. But believe it or not, I have full confidence in you, and I know that you can. Whether you're a current subscriber actively tackling these questions on this channel, or occasional visitor trying to learn new skills and considering a subscription in the future, I have complete faith in your ability to solve this problem. Just make sure to allocate yourself enough time, think out of the box, and maybe pause this video to get to the solution. Are you ready? Let's navigate through the complexities of this question together and compare our solutions in the end. And as usual, if you have a better way to solve this challenge, please make sure to post your solution in comments. To solve it, let's look at the numbers to better understand if we can determine the pattern. To give each shape a reference, let's give them IDs 1, 2, and 3. The first thing that comes to mind when looking at the numbers in those shapes is that we're dealing with prime numbers. In fact, the first 2 shapes have sequential prime numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5, and then it continues 7, 11, 13, and 17. But then this pattern doesn't go anywhere, because it does not continue in the third shape, which means that the most likely third shape values are calculated based on the values in the shape 1 and 2. And in fact, the number in the third shape is calculated as a sum of numbers in similar position from the first shape, plus the number from the second shape after the 90-degree rotation. Let me explain it to you in 3 simple steps. Let's build a simple table. Each shape has 4 numbers, which means that our table would need to have 4 columns. The first row will have numbers from the first shape. The second row will have numbers from the second shape. And then the third row will have the calculated numbers. If we just put numbers from the same position, the logic doesn't make sense. But as soon as we shift the second row to the left, you see that the math now makes total sense. For example, 1 plus 11 equals 12, 2 plus 13 equals 15, 3 plus 17 equals 20, which means that 5 plus 7 equals 12. So the correct answer here is choice A, 12. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.